Hello everyone. So I'm in the process of making a new load for my hunting rifle, which is a Blaser R93 in 30-06, and on top of it I have a Swarovski 1.5 to 6 by 42. I will use this rifle for general hunting up to 100 meters, maybe a little bit more, but definitely not for long range hunting. When we start load development, for a certain application we need to have a goal. Without a goal, we can quickly get lost in the process, especially with accuracy. So my goals for this particular application is hunting red deer, wild boar and roe deer. And accuracy, I want it to be 5 centimeters or better, or 1.5 MOA or better at 100 meters. So this might seem a lot, but with this scope at 100 meters, it's not that easy to punch small little groups and make really small, actually make much better than that 1.5 MOA. Maybe I will get it and it's good, but as soon as I get 1.5 MOA or those 5 centimeters, I will just stop my load development, and instead of it, I will just go out and hunt. Next thing, of course, the type of game that I'm hunting will also need a certain type of bullet. For this application, I decided to go with the monolithic bullets, and the weight of the bullet, I want it to be around 165 grains. I don't want to exceed this weight because I want a reliable expansion on the game. Maybe you're not aware of this, but monolithic bullets need higher impact velocity for reliable expansion. And this is why we don't want to have too heavy for caliber bullet. And we risk that the bullet will not expand, and it will bring, or better say, take the energy with it through the animal. With the monolithic bullet, you will also have less meat damage, even if you shoot in the shoulder. So let's say if you shoot a smaller animal and you are afraid that it will run away after the shot, you can aim straight for the shoulder. This might happen with my application on a roe deer. I'm not afraid because I have a dog, and it will definitely find the roe deer. Also, blood trail should be quite good with this bullet. But anyway, you need to know that not always the animal will just die in its tracks. In the end, I decided to go with the Barnes Tip TS6, so Barnes TS6 bullets. I had quite some luck with them on my other rifle in 6.5 by 55, and I shot quite some wild boars and also red deers, and they worked really well. So I decided to try it also in the 30-06, and as I said, the weight will be 165 grains, and now I need to do some load development and see what I can get as velocity wise. Whenever I start a new load, I like to start with the new cases, or at least, I would say like this, at least with old cases from the same brand. So maybe you can have at home like a few boxes that you shot from your rifle, or even if someone gives you some boxes, but use always the same brand of brass. I use Lapua because I really like it. It is really good brass, and there is basically nothing that you need to do when you get it new. You just have to load it. Primers, I have some Fiocchi primers at home, so I will use just these primers. Powder, I really use only Vihtavuri powders. For this application, I decided to go with M560, which will give me enough velocity, and I also use it for some other calibers. A lot of people think that they need some expensive dies to make good ammo, which is not really true. You can do, I will use for this application the cheapest on the market, basically the Lee full length sizing dies, and you can do really good ammunition with also the cheapest dies on the market. So first step is priming the cases. I prime all my cases with this RCBS tool because it is really fast, and I want it to be as fast as possible. Okay, that's it. Now let's go with the powder. Basically, for my first step of load development, what I will do, I will load 5 rounds with half grain increments. I will start at 55.5 grains and I will go up to 57.5 grains. I hope that I will reach my max pressure point, or maybe if I don't, at least that I get decent velocity. I would like the velocity to be around 820 meters per second, or even a little bit more. Of course, for the reliable expansion of the bullet. At this point, I would really like to warn you that you really need to do a good research when you look at your starting load and at your max load. There are 2 principles. You can either check with your bullet manufacturer, and I looked in that online reloading data, or you can look at with your powder manufacturer. You can find Victavuri reloading manuals online, and decide really carefully what is the starting load, and then slowly go up with let's say half a grain and work up the load. You can load your rounds, and then if you find that you get the pressure before you finish your max load, you can just take the rounds apart. Don't risk any serious damage with the heavy loads. Okay, so next thing, we will load the rounds. So I put the die in, and I unscrew totally the seating stand. Next, I take the first round, which is by my data 55.5 grains. I put it here, and I will seat the bullet. On the Barnes reloading data, the length of the cartridge overall length was 3.240 inches, which equals 82.3 millimeters. Okay, I immediately see that it is too long. Okay, now let's see. So we set 3.24 inches. I am at 3.478. 3.31, and now I just slowly .240. Okay, now that I have my cartridge overall length set on the die, I will also write with the marker on this case the amount of powder that's in it. In this case it is 55.5 grains. Okay, it's like this. I make this so that I don't forget which round is which could actually compromise my testing. And now I just need to put all the bullets in, and that's it. Just a fast check. .244, just a little bit more. .240. Perfect. Okay, so next step is going to the range and testing these loads, and the only thing that I will try to find is my max pressure and measure some velocities. Of course, I will also try to zero my scope, not a real zero, but at least to take it to the target. Until then, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you don't want to miss how I proceed with my load development.